The glow of one warm thought is to me worth more than money. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. The boisterous sea of liberty is never without a wave. I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that His justice cannot sleep forever. I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. In matters of style, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. The care of human life and happiness, and not their destruction, is the first and only object of good government. Honesty is the first chapter in the Book of Wisdom. No occupation is so delightful to me as the culture of the earth, and no culture comparable to that of the garden. When angry, count to 10 before you speak. If very angry, count to 100. The man who reads nothing at all is better educated than the man who reads nothing but newspapers. Timid men prefer the calm of despotism to the tempestuous sea of liberty. Do you want to know who you are? Don't ask. Act. Action will delineate and define you. Question with boldness even the existence of a God, because, if there be one, He must more approve of the homage of reason, than that of blindfolded fear. Walking is the best possible exercise. Habituate yourself to walk very far. I have sworn upon the altar of God, eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Politics is such a torment that I advise everyone I love not to mix with it. Never spend your money before you have earned it. Whenever you do a thing, act as if all the world were watching. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Rightful liberty is unobstructed action according to our will within limits drawn around us by the equal rights of others. I do not add within the limits of the law because law is often but the tyrant's will, and always so when it violates the rights of the individual. I hope we shall crush in its birth the aristocracy of our moneyed corporations which dare already to challenge our government to a trial by strength, and bid defiance to the laws of our country. I believe that every human mind feels pleasure in doing good to another. Nothing gives one person so much advantage over another as to remain always cool and unruffled under all circumstances. I never considered a difference of opinion in politics, in religion, in philosophy, as cause for withdrawing from a friend. A wise and frugal government, which shall restrain men from injuring one another, shall leave them otherwise free to regulate their own pursuits of industry and improvement, and shall not take from the mouth of labor the bread it has earned. Determine never to be idle. No person will have occasion to complain of the want of time who never loses any. It is wonderful how much may be done if we are always doing. Peace, commerce and honest friendship with all nations, entangling alliances with none. Fix reason firmly in her seat, and call to her tribunal every fact, every opinion. Question with boldness even the existence of a God, because, if there be one, He must more approve of the homage of reason, than that of blindfolded fear. A Bill of Rights is what the people are entitled to against every government, and what no just government should refuse, or rest on inference. One man with courage is a majority. How much pain they have cost us, the evils which have never happened. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free, In a state of civilization, it expects what never was and never will be. When we get piled upon one another in large cities, as in Europe, we shall become as corrupt as Europe. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free, in a state of civilization, it expects what never was and never will be. But friendship is precious, not only in the shade, but in the sunshine of life, and thanks to a benevolent arrangement the greater part of life is sunshine. Do not bite at the bait of pleasure, till you know there is no hook beneath it. Experience hath shown, that even under the best forms of government those entrusted with power have, in time, and by slow operations, perverted it into tyranny. Dependence begets subservience, and venality suffocates the germ of virtue, and prepares fit tools for the designs of ambition. Experience hath shown, that even under the best forms of government those entrusted with power have, in time, and by slow operations, perverted it into tyranny. Mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. Educate and inform the whole mass of the people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. Money, not morality, is the principal commerce of civilized nations. Leave all the afternoon for exercise and recreation, which are as necessary as reading. I will rather say more necessary, because health is worth more than learning. Sometimes it is said that man cannot be trusted with the government of himself. Can he, then, be trusted with the government of others? Or have we found angels in the form of kings to govern him? Let history answer this question. It is neither wealth nor splendor, but tranquility and occupation which give you happiness. Commerce with all nations, alliance with none, should be our motto. It is incumbent on every generation to pay its own debts as it goes. A principle which, if acted on, would save one half the wars of the world.